Loki was loving Hogwarts. It was so full of idiots he could play with, and he didn't have to deal with hunters coming to end his fun. Well, except for the junior one who summoned him in the first place. Harry even provided him with free internet and a computer that never crashed from viruses from all the sites he visited. It was awesome. "Kid, I think I love you," said Loki after another night of messing with some Slytherins. "As a brother or what?" asked Harry, not looking up from his own laptop. "Definitely as a brother. You're more fun than that dumbass Zachariah or the boring McKeel." "Big brother Loki. Huh, that would be funny to see the hunters' expressions if they heard me call you that," said Harry, pausing in his typing. "Don't forget the twins." Loki laughed. He loved those two, they were hilarious. "Huh, I wonder if this makes us the Fantastic Four?" said Harry with a grin. Loki howled with amusement. "So what are you working on now?" "My Hunter's blog. I get so many repeat requests that I've made a blog for those who can't afford the book. Right now I'm having a conversation with someone named Psychic_Sammy who really hates his username," said Harry. "Oh ho. Does he happen to have an older brother named Dean?" "I'll ask. How did you know?" "I bet that's Sam Winchester. Azazel gave him psychic powers when he was a kid, but they recently manifested," said Loki. "In that case." Loki came over to look at the conversation, which Harry had on full screen at the moment. "Psychic_Sammy, how did you know my brother's name?" "Monkey magic. I have a friend here with me who's heard of others like you, and he took a guess at who I was talking to. Which reminds me, did that circle I sent your dad work out?" "Psychic_Sammy, it summoned a demon all right, but according to him it didn't work like he hoped." "Monkey magic, wrong one? There aren't any demon-specific circles out there, so I had to send one for his class instead." "Psychic_Sammy, oh, it worked all right, but he was blindsided by the sun at the worst time and wasted a bullet." "Monkey magic. Want to hear a fun fact about that cult he has? It wouldn't work on the devil." "Psychic_Sammy, what? How do you know that?" "Monkey magic, wrong species. The cult is made to kill demons, which Lucifer isn't. If you really want to know why, I would suggest reading the Bible, specifically the Old Testament if I remember right." "Psychic_Sammy, thanks for the heads up. I have to go. We got another case." "Monkey magic, remember, quick information is only a text or phone call away. And to those who have my interest, information for up to medium-level threats is free." "Why did you warn them about Lucifer?" asked Loki. "I read a book written by Nostradamus that I found in the Black Library about the release of Lucifer and the return of McKeel. From what I've heard about the Winchester brothers, they're going to be the poor bastards that are in the middle of that crap. Frankly, I'd rather help a fellow hunter stay alive than let them go without all the facts," said Harry. Loki blinked. "Nostradamus wrote prophecies about angels?" Harry reached into his bag and handed over the book. Sirius let him raid the Black Library so long as it wasn't cursed. As far as he was concerned, Harry had free rein. It wasn't like he was going to use it. Page 504. Loki flipped through the pages to the one he indicated. It was in Latin, but that didn't slow him down at all. His eyes widened the more he read. "Wow. I didn't think a human could have seen that much without being the prophet," said Loki. "Neither did I. In any case, I do feel sorry for them, hence why I am letting them have information for free." "It's about their mom, right?" "Yeah, but at least they had a semblance of childhood," said Harry bitterly. Loki gave him an earned hug, as he was well aware of Harry's childhood until the Wendigo killed Vernon and Dudley. "We are so hitting Disney World once this year is over," said Loki. "We? Gotta make up for lost time with my kid brother now," don't I? Besides, can you imagine the chaos the twins could cause by exposing them to Disney? Harry paused, before he started laughing. What's so funny? Slytherin. Disney. Think about it for a moment, then help me come up with the best way to scare them. Loki thought about that for a second before he started snickering evilly. He loved this kid more and more. Who else would come up with exposing blood brats to the sickeningly sweet works of Walt Disney? Hermione was listening with horror along with other Mulborns when half the Slytherin table, the bad half, started singing in unison the familiar tune of the dwarves from Snow White. Specifically the hi-ho, it's off to work we go song. Surprising her was the fact Draco Malfoy wasn't tone deaf, but his goons were. Loki and Harry were supporting each other while they laughed their ass off at the sight. The twins were just confused. What did you do? Hissed Hermione. We made them go through endless repeats of the song along with forcing them to see the movie, said Harry after a moment. He was still grinning though. How? Don't ask me. I just got the movie off Netflix and Loki did the actual transmitting. Come on Hermione, you have to admit it's funny as hell. You should have seen the looks on their faces when they realized that they had somehow been turned into Bambi or Flounder. Hermione pinched the bridge of her nose. You two had a Disney marathon didn't you? She said exasperated. Technically the Slytherins did. We had a Miyazaki marathon. Way less sappy, said Harry. May all your bacon burn. Cackled Loki. Harry snickered at his flawless execution of Calcifer's line. Doctor Who marathon tomorrow? Said Harry. Totally, said Loki with a grin. He loved that show, it was funny. Especially the Weeping Angels. He wondered how the hard-ass Errol would react to those things. Oh, for the love of magic, please tell me you aren't about to start recreating Doctor Who in a school full of backwards idiots, moaned Hermione. Unfortunately, a Who fan heard her complaint. Dude, seriously? I would give you my firstborn for a sonic screwdriver, said a Mulborn Ravenclaw with excited eyes. I'd be your slave for a TLDIS, said another. Thankfully that one was a girl. It wasn't long before Harry got a ton of requests. He looked to Loki. You thinking what I'm thinking? Movie night in the Great Hall? That too. Think Hedwig would be up to a lot of international travel? I can ask, said Loki. Harry grinned. He loved the fact Loki could actually talk to his owl and get an answer. Hermione groaned. Where had Hermione and Harry gone? 2 weeks later there was a very interesting shop going on in the Great Hall. Come one, come all. We have paraphernalia from multiple series of sci-fi and fantasy recreated for your pleasure. From Star Wars to Lord of the Rings we have you covered. Prices starting at 3 sickles to 10 galleons, said Harry with a grin. The twins were outside the Great Hall hawking the wares in exchange for a quarter of the profits. Mulborns were their primary buyers, followed by some of the half-bloods. A scant few purebloods who recognized the series also joined, but they were in the sad minority. Sirius was very happy that his godson had started his own little ring of smugglers. He kept doing a dance, to Remus' annoyance every time he thought about it. Then Harry started charging for movie nights in the Great Hall, though the snacks were free. Loki thought it was hilarious as hell when the Slytherins bolted once they realized that one of the movies was the Disney version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Dumbledore couldn't believe it. The houses were uniting over something as simple as a movie night. It was like the class and blood prejudice didn't exist while the movies were playing. Though to be fair, Harry had threatened to end the movie early if he caught anyone mentioning blood status or house bias and causing trouble. 3 of the 4 heads of a house fully supported it once Harry assured them that he would not be showing any movies inappropriate for a school. With the house elves supply snacks and Harry supplying omnioculars so students who left to use the restroom could see the parts that they missed, He made sure the subtitles were on so they could read the words as the Omnioculars didn't have audio, and enjoy the movie. Hermione was torn between banging her head against the wall and strangling Harry. This was because now Lavender and Parvati, a half-blood and pure-blood respectively, were both talking about the fashions shown in the various sci-fi and fantasy movies Harry had shown. Though the one most boys were still drooling over was the outfit Princess Leia had worn in the movie Star Wars: Return of the Jedi. Several girls bought fitted copies of it for their boyfriends. Harry still had a shit-eating grin over that, and the look McGonagall had shot him when she first saw it. Loki looked at Harry mournfully. "I have bad news. Seems my brothers have started to learn I'm in Scotland, and the last thing we need is them to storm the castle," said Loki. "With the amount of racist bigots around here and the fact I've been layering angel glyphs on every surface. Yeah, keeping them in the dark would be a better idea." "You've been layering angel glyphs? Which ones?" "Mostly the ones to keep demonic presence out and to evict any angel that comes here once we know their names." "Oh, those are good. Which reminds me, I have a few more you can use. These will prevent possessions, hide you from angels' direct sight, and a general healing one." "Do they work better as a tattoo?" asked Harry. He had been meaning to get one for ages but had no idea which ones to start with. "Some do, but let me know which ones so I can help you modify them correctly. Some work best when applied by angels directly." "I'm going to miss our chats," said Harry. "Actually I just can't stick around as I have. I can come and go for visits, but not stay around longer than a day. That and all the punishments I've been delivering seem to be what drew them here," said Loki sourly. "Damn. Why do your brothers have to be such assholes?" "No idea, but at least the twins can keep you occupied," said Loki with a smirk. "Ugh. Thanks for putting that image in my head," complained Harry. Loki laughed as he disappeared. Fred and George were disappointed that their favorite god was gone. The fact Loki considered them like his younger brothers along with Harry only ensured their loyalty to him. Harry got a decent idea of where Loki vanished to when he got an odd message from Sam a few weeks later. Psychic_Sammy, Monkey, have you heard of tricksters? Monkey magic, yes, why? Psychic_Sammy, we're at a college with these weird happenings and I'm fairly sure it's a trickster. So far one man's death from falling out of a window and another have been anally probed by waltzing aliens. Monkey magic, so that's where he disappeared to. I wouldn't worry about it, Sam, knowing him he's just having a bit of fun for a bit. If I'm right then the best you can do is to tell the trickster that his little brother asks him to knock it off already. If it's Loki, then you won't be able to kill him with conventional methods anyway. Psychic_Sammy, you know Loki? Monkey magic, a long story. Does this trickster you're facing have a massive sweet tooth? Psychic_Sammy, yes. Monkey magic, then chances are it's Loki playing pranks again. He really doesn't like morally corrupt people. Anyway, if you really want to get him to knock it off, tell him if he doesn't stop then his brothers are going to quit buying him chocolate. That should get his attention. Psychic_Sammy, we really need to get that story from you sometime. Have to run, Dean wants to hit the bars. Again. Sam waited until they confronted Loki. It was him after all, and his illusions before he gave the message Monkey had suggested. He didn't want to get cut in half. Loki, if you don't knock it off, Monkey and your brothers are going to cut off your chocolate supply, shouted Sam, barely keeping the saw off him. Loki paused before he looked at Sam oddly. Damn, forgot you two were in contact, he muttered. The illusions stopped abruptly, causing Dean to fall flat on his face. Sammy, what the hell? Monkey magic apparently knows Loki well enough to call him brother. I merely mentioned what we were hunting and he took a guess that it was Loki. He's going to confiscate my chocolate supply. I just know it, complained Loki. Did he say how to kill him? Asked Dean pointedly. Monkey said that we couldn't kill Loki using the normal methods, and I doubt he would be willing to tell us anyway if they're that close. Damn straight he wouldn't. Monkey is one of the only people who found out my old name before he had even met me, said Loki, before he vanished. The Winchester brothers and Bobby vanished before the night guard could come to investigate the noise they were making. Loki, on the other hand, was pouting because Harry had threatened his chocolate supply.